warm one today. What's up, everyone? Welcome back for another video. Thanks for joining me. If you're not subscribed, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, you are awesome. Thank you. Let's get into the video, which is just me giving a general overview of what's going on with the garage and why I've been slacking hard with the content in general. So obviously this is Tuesday when you're seeing this video, so happy belated Father's Day, happy belated Juneteenth, and all that good stuff. So talking about the garage now and the situation we got going on, and another thing with the Benz, I guess, which I gotta start working on. All right, so my knee. So first thing, the Jeep right here. Content that's coming. We got the rear main seal, and we got the oil pan gasket that came in the mail this week. So we're gonna get working on that soon-ish. Not in a rush to do it because we don't really drive this truck that often, but I also wanted to stop leaking on the garage floor, and that's why there's some cardboard under there, so it stops ruining the garage floor. One other thing with it, it didn't overheat, but last time we drove it, coolant was coming out of the radiator. I don't know if it was the radiator cap or some other thing, so during the week I ran it for a little while, tried to like bleed the coolant system, got a new radiator cap, threw that on, and haven't really test driven it long enough to heat it up enough to see if that fixed the problem. So something I'm gonna keep an eye on. Kind of sucks, but gotta deal with things. Now let's do a little Mercedes-Benz quick update. The update is there isn't much to do. There isn't much with it, but we did go to move it out today. Battery completely dead. So I put the jump pack on it, ran for a little bit. I think the jump pack battery eventually died. Car eventually died, so it could be a alternator issue on top of another issue that's just eating batteries. I think this is the second battery we purchased, and I remember when we bought the car, the guy said that he had to replace the battery. I don't know if it's just from not running it that often or something, maybe with like the alarm system that's eating killing the battery, but annoying little issue. Maybe I should start looking into it, or maybe we should just start the car a little more often instead of letting it sit and rot away in the garage. I do have another battery sitting under this old workbench in Optima red top that I could throw in it for the meantime, and then just make sure I disconnect the battery every time we park it, I guess. But it's weird because we did run the car, we did start and pull the car out of the garage last week when we got our new closets in for the bedroom, and it started up just fine and ran, and then this week, dead as a doornail. We had the video about the lighting, which we did that. I did not film doing it over here, which this one's a different setup because the way the rafters are, I couldn't lay them out in the same design between that and the garage stuff. So this one's a big rectangle, if you see, over my ridiculous hair. That one's cool. I do have two leftovers that I'm not sure where I'm gonna put just yet. But I could possibly, I don't need it up there, but I could drill it underneath this thing or this one. The one over the toolbox might work, might help. So considering that, not sure just yet. Probably should have moved the car out of the way for this, but the moment we've all been waiting for, mainly me more than you probably, is garage cabinets finally came. So these are Husky. It's the Husky brand. It's a Home Depot brand. These were I think the Pro version. They have 3 different tiers, and the Pro was the middle tier, and then the top tier I think was just maybe like basically like a bed liner on it, I guess, so it doesn't get as messed up in general, but that wasn't a big deal to me for the extra cost. 2 cabinets right here with drawers. We got 2 big cabinets. There's one that we bought that's behind you that is that we bought separate. So far so good. And then we got 4 wall cabinets, but there's a little issue with the wall cabinets, and a workbench. It's pretty sick. Working out pretty good. So right now I just see the workbench is just holding up other stuff. Those are the wall cabinets. The legs are adjustable, so we raised it up. So it's basically waist high, maybe a little bit higher for me. I'm 6'2", 6'3", so obviously the higher the better for me. Then the wall cabinets, we're thinking of putting them on this wall right here. But one issue is there's nowhere to screw it in. So the old cabinets we had, the old cabinets I had was New Age in my house in New York. So if you want to watch that video, I'll go tag it in the corner. Go watch that video about those cabinets, but these are different cabinets. So these new cabinets, the Husky cabinets, it actually seems like it'll be easier to hang on the wall, but we don't have the piece to hang it on the wall, it seems like. I don't know if just supply chain issues, back orders and whatnot like that. It looks, from the instructions, it looks as if you hang like, you screw like a little track into the wall, and then this, as you can see, it has like a thing there. You kind of just hang this onto that, and then you're good. So that's a lot easier than trying to hold the cabinets on the wall and screw them in. But in New York, a little trick was you just kind of just screw a 2x4 on the wall. Or not, it doesn't even have to be a 2x4, but you just screw a piece of wood on the wall. Then you just rest the cabinets on top of that, so you don't have to hold them up all level and whatnot, because your little pieces level in and kind of make, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait on this. Just seeing the 190 in the driveway kind of makes me want to get cracking with this whole project, because looks kind of cool. It looks better than stock, but obviously not as good as a full Evo 2 kit. I got to get working on making it Evo 2.0, 2.1, 2.5, something like that. So not just the alternator slash battery problem. I think the power steering pump is completely shot because it whines like crazy. But at the same time, if you've been subscribed for a little while and you watch for the 190E content, you know we're going to do an engine swap on it. So I have been slacking. Well, not slacking. I have just been putting off fixing anything about the engine, because what's the reason to fix anything if we're just planning on completely changing it all? It leaks. It sounds decent, actually, but even if we were keeping it, we would have to do something with the exhaust, because the exhaust doesn't come out in the new opening. So that's really it. That's the quick update on this whole fiasco going on at the house. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that kind of take away from my time for YouTube. So that's where I've been. Other than that, thanks for joining me. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave some comments down below. Make sure you don't miss out on any of the content coming up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for joining me.